So, is there anything that you specialize in, or is there anyone particular that you love working with?
I do find that in the beginning, I was attracting a lot of women clients, actually, and a lot of them had some kind of either self-confidence issues or anxiety. I wouldn't say depression, but going towards that, the more and more they went deep down in their issues. But I definitely think that that has shifted, and I'm attracting more men clients as well, which I actually love working with men. And I'm also very pleased that men are stepping forward and they're looking into therapy, and they are actually not being like, okay, I'm shameful of this problem, I'm just gonna nut it up and go with it, but they actually ask for help. And it's, I don't know if it's surprising or not so surprising, but it's the same issues, for men and women. It's self-confidence, self-consciousness, different physical, emotional problems that has happened maybe in their childhood, or phobias even. So I can't say that there is specific area that I specialize in. But I do think that because of my own history of anxiety and depression and negative thoughts, I tend to work with a lot of people that resonate with that. And then we can be on the same page, understanding what I went through, so I can support them in their, I wouldn't say healing because they're not broken, but of course in their journey.
So, what was the reason you actually wanted to become a therapist, and why did you, decided to learn at Quest?
So actually, my story began back in 2014, or was it 13? 13, 14. And I've been struggling myself with very negative thought patterns and like a lot of anxiety, insomnia. And as much as I trust, of course, Western medicine, I didn't think that for me just to go and see a doctor who is going to prescribe some antidepressants is going to solve the issue. And I'm also, anyways, very spiritual. So I do believe in the power of yoga and meditation. So I wanted to find something that is an alternative, but still works my mind and my emotional well-being. And I was living in London at that time. And I went to a new yoga studio where there was a lot of flyers of all kind of techniques and different healing methods. And I picked one up that was, I think it was calling to me. And that was one of Rachel Moore, who is a Questie. So I took all my courage and I called her. And then we had 3 to 4 sessions, and it changed my life. Basically, all those thoughts, those negative patterns, all those blocks were gone. I didn't have any issues sleeping, and all those, returning constantly vicious cycle routine stopped as well. So then I went on living my life. And back in 2017, I reached a year in my life when I felt that I wasn't in the right place. I was in the right place with what I was doing, and career-wise and personal life-wise, and I wanted to basically develop myself. So I remembered Rachel and how much work we've done together and how much she helped me. So I decided to look into hypnotherapy, not for me to become a therapist, just for my self-development. So I signed up for a Quest, and in the first weekend, I'm sitting in, and after 5 minutes, I knew this is it. Basically, I was like, oh my God, I found it! It's been my second career change, and everyone was like, really, you're starting something new? And I'm like, but this is it. Like, I really felt this is perfect. It was perfect for me, and as soon as I qualified, I started practicing, and I wouldn't do it any other way.
Oh, I just love Questie stories. They're just fabulous. So it's really interesting to hear that you're working more and more with men, because obviously men's mental health is a huge issue based on the statistics. So I wonder if a male would watch this video, would there be either tip or tool or resources that you could give them straight away that they could utilize to help themselves?
Yes, it's a tricky one because, of course, it depends what is their issue or what is that they're struggling with. So I normally talk a lot about self-care and self-love to them, which is something that I think for most men it's a bit alien. They're like, what do you mean? I need to tell myself I'm enough? And I was like, yes. So most of the time I give them self-empowering tools, such as maybe, stepping into a circle where you feel more confident and embodying that, or really just using the anchor when I place this mind tool that they can use as a boost in order for them to get the feeling, the positive feeling that they want to get. But most of the time is just really guiding them into not being ashamed of asking help and also speaking about their emotions and what they're going through. And vulnerability is another thing that men don't really do at all. So I think, again, just really introducing them to these ideas that it's okay to not always have everything together and not always be the top of the class, the best of everything. And that doesn't mean that, whatever your status is not linked to your worth. And I think once they understand that, then they kind of find that self-compassion and kindness within them to work through. So normally that is the path I go and take with them.